In the twilight of the 23rd century, Earth had bled. The war with the Varn, a reptilian alien race from the Nari spiral, had cost humanity over 1 billion lives, countless cities, and any illusion of being alone in the cosmos. The peace was fragile, stitched together by treaties signed with exhausted hands. Now the Earth Alliance tried to rebuild what was lost, and maintain what little they had gained. Captain Dax Mercer, a soldier forged in the fire of war, had never learned to stop fighting. Decorated, haunted, lone. He lived aboard the Icarus Rift, a stealth cruiser patrolling the outer colonies near the Varn-controlled zones. Technically, the war was over, but out here, skirmishes still flared like embers refusing to die. And that's when he found her. During a raid on a black market asteroid station suspected of illegal alien trafficking, Dax and his team uncovered a cargo hold with living beings caged like animals. Most were Varn prisoners or hybrids, desperate survivors used as slaves or currency. One, however, was different. She stood when they entered. She didn't cower. Her silver skin shimmered beneath the dim lights, and her eyes, molten gold with flecks of violet, met Dax's without fear. "Who is she?" Dax asked the station's log AI. "Unknown species," the AI crackled. "Acquired through an unsanctioned auction in the Vega Fringe. Designation, Lot 421A. Current tag, Sarah." "Alien," he muttered. "Yes. Genetic scan indicates non-Varn, non-human. Composite origin." She didn't speak, but she watched. When the team freed the captives, she didn't run. She walked directly to Dax, placed her hand over his chest, and whispered something no translator caught. Later in the ship's medbay, Sarah underwent evaluation. The ship's AI, Calyx, confirmed she had been implanted with a neural suppressor, likely meant to keep her docile. They removed it. Her demeanor didn't change. She still followed Dax like a shadow. "Captain, the rest of the crew finds her unsettling," said Lieutenant Marin, his second in command. "No one knows what she is. There's no protocol." "She's a refugee," Dax replied. "She stays under my protection." 2 weeks later, she learned fast. Languages, commands, even the ship systems. She absorbed everything with terrifying precision. Sarah rarely spoke, but when she did, her voice carried an alien melody, soft and layered, like multiple harmonics resonating from one throat. Calyx eventually deciphered some of her language. Virali, extinct, a pre-contact species annihilated in the early Varn expansion. Dax noticed other things too. How lights flickered when she walked past. How the ship's gravity subtly bent around her presence. She wasn't just an alien. She was something more. He started waking from dreams, of burning suns, drowned cities, ancient wars fought in the folds between galaxies. Dreams that felt like memories not his own. In each one, Sarah stood before him, bathed in starlight, whispering in a language his waking mind couldn't recall. One night, after another mission gone sideways, he found her standing alone in the observation bay. "Why do you stay?" he asked. "You're not bound anymore. You could leave. Escape." Her eyes shimmered and she finally spoke. "Because you are the last of the blood that calls me. I was made for you." Dax stepped back. "Made? Long ago, before your kind had reached the stars, mine seeded fate among galaxies. Soldiers. Leaders. But you are one of them. My people were guardians of those lines. But the Varn destroyed our kind. I was taken. Modified. Caged." Dax stared at her. "So you're some kind of what? Genetic protector?" She tilted her head. "Slave. Weapon. Guardian. Companion." Whatever you need me to be. He didn't speak. He couldn't. His world, already shattered, had just shifted again. 3 months later, the crew slowly adapted. Sarah became essential. Her presence calmed conflict, her insights saved them from traps, her instincts proved uncannily accurate. Still Dax kept his distance. Until the Icarus Rift received a distress call. A Varn dreadnought had violated treaty lines and was abducting settlers from a fringe colony. The Alliance was days away. They were the only ship close enough to intercept. The crew was terrified. A dreadnought wasn't just a warship. It was death incarnate. "We'll get slaughtered," Marin said. "Even with Sarah, we don't have the firepower." Dax looked at Sarah. "If you can do more than you've shown, now's the time." She nodded once. "You must trust me." They approached the dreadnought cloaked in asteroid shadows. Sarah entered the reactor core alone. Dax watched via feed as she stepped into the chamber and fused with the ship systems. Her body glowed with lattice patterns of energy. The lights dimmed. Calyx trembled with interference. "She's rewriting the ship," Calyx warned. "She's becoming part of it." Then silence. A moment later, the Icarus Rift surged forward at impossible speeds. Shields recharged in seconds. Weapons recalibrated beyond known specs. And then they struck. The battle was short. One human cruiser, piloted by something no longer just a woman, took down a dreadnought that had obliterated fleets. When it was done, Sarah collapsed. Dax rushed to the core. She lay crumpled, barely breathing. "You gave everything," he said, cradling her. "Why?" She reached up, fingers grazing his face. "Because you are more than soldier. You are the thread. Echo. The last." She closed her eyes. She didn't die. But she changed. Her body adapted, no longer entirely physical. Light ran beneath her skin like veins of fire. She no longer slept, no longer ate. Calyx could no longer scan her. And Dax. He changed too. He stopped dreaming because she was always there, now a silent part of his mind, a presence not quite psychic, not quite artificial. And slowly he understood. She wasn't just a guardian. She was the last living memory of a race that had been tasked with guiding the rise of others. And she had chosen him. Not because of love, though something like love began to grow, but because something ancient in his blood had called to her. A bond forged before Earth had even known stars. A year later, they became myth. The Icarus Rift patrolled where no others dared. Dax and Sarah brought peace to fringe systems, disrupted slave rings, destroyed forgotten Varn weapons drifting in silent orbit. But the Alliance feared them. Whispers of a rogue captain with an alien consort became political fuel. Orders came: stand down. Return home. Disarm. Dax refused. The final confrontation came near Titani's prime. 5 Earth Alliance warships surrounded them. Dax stood on the bridge, watching the wall of steel and threat. Sarah appeared beside him, now more light than form. "We can destroy them," she said softly. "I know," he whispered. "But we won't. We show them what mercy looks like." She touched his hand. "Then we show them." They opened a channel. Dax stepped forward. "I am Captain Dax Mercer of the Icarus Rift. This is not war. This is evolution. You fear what you don't understand. But she, Sarah, is not your enemy. She is the bridge to what we could become." Silence. Then a single reply. "Stand down, Captain." Sarah stepped forward and shared everything. Through the comms she unleashed memory. Images, emotions, truths older than Earth itself. Of her creators. Of Dax's legacy. Of the purpose humans were always meant to fulfill. Not dominance, but guardianship. One by one the ships powered down, and the Icarus rift disappeared into the stars.